All units, 1010S at 36 and Park. Repeat, all units be advised. Shots fired at Fisk Towers.
Yuri, I'm here.
What do you see?
Find the rest. Boss wants them dead.
Looks like the demons are moving in on Fisk's territory.
You got this?
I got this.
Men have fled through the building. Eliminate them.
Should've worn a helmet.
You got what you came for. You don't need to kill us too.
Fisk's territory is ours now.
Not today.
Spider-Man! Tell the boss is here!
Hey, Willie.
You.
Nice jumpsuit. Slimming.
Stay out of my business.
Wait, the demons. Who's their leader?
Keep my men alive and maybe I'll tell you.
Saving bad guys from other bad guys. Not how I thought today would go. Hey, big guy. Is that a Higgs field? That's actually really cool. Fisk, your men are safe. Your turn. Who runs the demons?
You're about to find out. Check the roof.
He's here? Come on. No, 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 no! let's go! Did that just happen? Yeah.
I'm getting reports of a helicopter with a wrecking ball.
It's complicated. Turns out Martin Lee is running the demons.
The guy who runs the homeless shelter?
Like I said, complicated. Sit tight, Yuri. I got this. Please, let me got this.
That helicopter is destroying the city.
I know.
You need to bring it down.
I know.
Maybe you could superhero a little faster?
Working on it, Yuri. Too close. Okay, Lee, here I come! Hi, is this the flight to Newark? Why are you doing this?
Because no one else will!
Lee, this is crazy! This isn't you!
You don't know me!
Need a plan. Need a plan real fast. I guess this is the plan! Come on, Pete, you got this! You got this, you got this, you got this! Please don't screw this up! Mr. Lee? It's over. Come on, dude, let's go. Miles!
PlayStation.
People see me and think they're safer. But it's not really me they're seeing. Probably for the best. Knowing everything hinges on a guy from Queens sounds as scary as it feels. No pressure, right?
PlayStation。
The greatest thing about working on a Spider-Man game is that you're working on a Spider-Man game. The hardest thing is that it's a Spider-Man game. We really care about storytelling here at Insomniac.
And I think that's how we go into every day we come here. There's this push to really get it right.
One of the most compelling things about Spider-Man is just when Peter Parker and Spider-Man's worlds collide. And we've tried really hard to weave the two stories together to create a story that is not necessarily just a superhero story, but a human story as well.
So this Spider-Man is a little different. He's older, he's 23, so he's been Spider-Man for 8 years, and kind of like an athlete in the prime of his career, he's starting to get good at the Spider-Man thing.
The nice thing about playing an experienced Spider-Man is that he's already familiar with his powers, right? He's not just discovering them.
We always think of Spider-Man as, we call him, the acrobatic improviser. He's looking for not only how he can take advantage of the way the enemies are positioned, but what around him. Could he use this object to grab with his webs and throw it at an enemy? We want people to not only see the enemies in front of them, but the environment around, to take advantage of both of them.
He also knows that the criminals out in the city know how he works as well, so he's got to mix it up.
So even though he is more experienced, the challenges are going to be bigger than he's ever faced before.
Spider-Man has a rich history of having great stories. The core of our story is this duality between being Peter Parker and being Spider-Man. What's cool about Mr. Negative is that he also has a duality. He's got his positive side as Martin Lee, who runs the homeless shelters in the city, but he also has his negative side.
When Peter makes the connection that the leader of the inner demons is the guy who my aunt works for, we got the perfect collision of those two worlds.
So many people have their own vision of what Spider-Man should look like, what he should sound like, and in the end, we just have to put a new and fresh twist on who he is.
And for us, it's really, really important to deliver those big spectacle moments, those near impossible scenarios that only someone like Spider-Man can survive, and put you in that action.
You got this, you got this, you got this!
We understand what this character means to people in here, and we're making this game with a lot of heart, and we're going to do whatever it takes to give people the ultimate Spider-Man experience, the game that they've been waiting for.
PlayStation.
And we just wanted to think, we're always thinking, what would Peter do? What would Peter do? And put ourselves in his wall-crawling shoes.
Yeah.
And he learns, he
know,
gets better.
Whenever, like, you know, I talk to the team or talk to Bill and Mike, or, you know, we talk a lot about Peter Parker. For us, Peter is as integral as Spider-Man. We talk a lot about the story, telling the story of the man behind the mask. Like, to us, Peter's as important as the Spider-Man character. We really want to make sure that, I think that's what, whether it's the comics, the animation, whether it's live action, like, they're always telling it's more than just about the guy in the suit or the woman in the suit. We want to tell
the person.
It's the person.
It's the person.
Again, a very human story.
Marvel always does a great job. You think of the films as you meet the characters before they get their powers.
Yeah.
You fall in love with them.
Yeah.
And they get the powers, and that just makes their life more complicated and interesting. And so you care about him up there on swinging through the rooftops because you care about Peter.
Yeah.
And it's all connected.
See, I told you he's really good at this.
I got to read some Spider-Man right now.
Yes.
Yes, you do.
That's awesome. So we're almost out of time, but I was hoping I could. I know again it's very early days, but from like a mechanics perspective, like any kind of abilities, anything like that, are there some new things we're going to see Spider-Man do here?
I think we're gonna push him in some areas, whether it's traversal, whether it's fighting, whether it's just open world exploration. We're gonna be really tapping into everything. You know, Peter's a really smart guy.
Yeah.
How does that tie into not just, you know, his life as Peter Parker, but when he brings it to the fight? So we definitely want to tap into, you know, he's a really smart dude. How does that play out when you're actually playing the game, when he's in the suit?
Spider-Man at his full potential, at his full power.
Yes.
That's
100%,
awesome.
Yes.
I am super sold. Spider-Man's coming to PS4. Do we have a name for this thing yet, or is it just sort of Spider-Man right now?
Spider-Man for right now.
Spider-Man for right now. All right. Well, that works for me.
Thank
you.
you.
Guys,
I was going to say, follow the hashtag on Twitter.
Yep.
Follow us on Twitter, and as the months come, we'll be talking more and more about
we have a lot more to talk about.
Game.
I'm sure you do. I am sure you do. Guys, it's been awesome talking here about Spider-Man.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, I mean, clearly one of the big highlights last night from PlayStation's E3 press conference. The crowd went nuts. I mean, what did you think of that show, by the way?
I have to say, I've been to 16 or 17 E3s, and that was probably one of the best press conferences I've ever gone to. You know, the Sony staff did an amazing job.
It was
just
we
game
sat
after
down.
game after game, and that orchestra.
The orchestra,
yeah.
and the
That
men's
was-
chorus,
that was awesome.
and the woman over there on the drum,
awesome.
and then everything that was descending,
Yeah.
and it was
great.
Crazy cool.
I love going to those press conferences, and that was a hell of an experience.
Hell of a show.
That's awesome. So, guys, thanks so much for stopping by. Spider-Man, it's on the lips of every gamer, I think, across the world.
PlayStation